Hey there, and welcome back to my channel, your ultimate hub for mental health insights, psychology tips, and self-improvement strategies. Today we're diving into the world of introverts. Here's a quick question. Did you know that introverts make up roughly 25% to 40% of the population, depending on the study? Despite their significant presence, many of the challenges introverts face often go unnoticed. In this video, we'll explore 10 things that introverts find particularly irritating, things that might fly under the radar for others. We'll back this up with psychological studies, expert insights, and relatable real-life examples. So stick around to see if you or someone you know can relate to these experiences. 1. Small talk overload. Small talk can be an introvert's nightmare. While casual chit-chat might be harmless fun for many, for introverts, it often feels like an energy drain. According to psychologist Lori Helgo, author of Introvert Power, introverts prefer deep, meaningful conversations over surface-level exchanges. Small talk can feel superficial, leaving them emotionally exhausted. Example: picture an office holiday party where an introvert has to chat about the weather with every colleague. After an hour, they're ready to escape. If you're an introvert, drop a comment below if you've ever felt this way. 2. Being interrupted. Interruptions are universally annoying, but for introverts, they're especially grating. Introverts tend to think carefully before they speak, and when someone cuts them off mid-thought, it disrupts their flow and leaves them feeling undervalued. A study by the University of California highlights how introverts process information differently, often needing more time to articulate their thoughts. Interruptions can derail this process and make them retreat into their shell. 3. Being forced into group activities. Group activities, from brainstorming sessions to team-building exercises, can be a source of stress for introverts. They often do their best thinking alone and may find group dynamics overwhelming or counterproductive. Psychologist Adam Grant notes that introverts excel in situations that require focus and creativity but may struggle in high-energy, collaborative environments. Example: think about school group projects. An introvert might end up doing all the work quietly, just to avoid group arguments. 4. Open office plans. Open office layouts are designed to encourage collaboration, but for introverts, they can feel like sensory overload. The constant buzz of conversations, phones ringing, and the lack of privacy can be mentally exhausting. Research from Susan Cain, author of Quiet: The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, reveals that open offices reduce productivity and increase stress for introverts. 5. Being put on the spot. Ever been in a meeting where you're suddenly asked for your opinion? For introverts, this can feel like being thrown into the deep end without a life vest. A study published in the Journal of Personality highlights how introverts need time to process and formulate their responses. Being put on the spot often leads to stress or awkward silences, making the experience frustrating for everyone involved. 6. Loud, overstimulating environments. Loud parties, crowded events, and overstimulating environments are the bane of many introverts' existence. Introverts are more sensitive to external stimuli, as noted in studies by psychologist Hans Eysenck. The noise and chaos of these settings can leave them feeling drained and in desperate need of alone time to recharge. 7. Misinterpretation of quietness. Introverts are often misunderstood as shy, aloof, or even rude because of their quiet demeanor. In reality, they're simply more reserved and introspective. This misinterpretation can lead to frustrating assumptions and the pressure to explain their behavior. Susan Cain's research emphasizes that introversion is not about a lack of confidence, it's about a different way of interacting with the world. 8. Unsolicited advice on how to be more outgoing. Introverts often hear unsolicited advice like, "You should talk more," or "Why don't you loosen up?" While these comments might come from a good place, they can feel invalidating. A 2016 study in psychological science found that introverts often feel pressured to conform to extroverted norms, which can lead to stress and lower self-esteem. 9. Social fatigue. After a long day of socializing, introverts often experience what's known as social fatigue. This is their brain's way of signaling that it needs downtime to recharge. Dr. Marty Olson Laney, in her book The Introvert Advantage, explains that introverts use different neural pathways, which makes social interactions more draining for them compared to extroverts. 10. Being expected to respond immediately. Introverts often take their time to think before responding, even to texts or emails. The expectation for immediate replies can feel overwhelming, as it conflicts with their natural rhythm. Studies in communication psychology suggest that introverts value thoughtful responses over quick reactions, which is why they might take longer to get back to you. Tips for extroverts interacting with introverts. If you're an extrovert watching this, here are some quick tips to support the introverts in your life. 1. Respect their need for quiet time. 2. Avoid putting them on the spot. 3. Engage in meaningful conversations rather than small talk. 4. Don't misinterpret their silence, it's not personal. Conclusion. So, there you have it. 10 things introverts find irritating that others might not even notice. Remember, understanding and appreciating these differences can help us create more inclusive and empathetic spaces for everyone. Now it's your turn. What irritates you as an introvert, or what have you learned about the introverts in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who might relate, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on psychology, mental health, and self-improvement. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.